So you're interested in getting into real estate, but you're maybe not sure where to start. There's so many things you can do, so many seminars and books and programs and online gurus. Where do you start? Well, according to my mentor, Grant Cardone, who has amassed over $5 billion worth of real estate and is a great teacher, he has 5 principles, and in this video, I'm going to break them down for you. Hello, my name is Ben David Warner. 5 years ago, I made a decision to get into real estate, and I'm here on this channel sharing my journey with you and hoping to educate people along the way with the principles that I live and work by in real estate. Like and subscribe. All right, so the 5 steps of real estate, according to my mentor, Grant Cardone. Number 1, you gotta have a good deal. Number 2, you find the debt. Number 3, you get the equity. Number 4, you have to have a good network. And 5, you gotta have confidence. You gotta have confidence in yourself and in the deal, right? Because those are the things that are gonna make the money flow to you. So if you're wanting to get into real estate and you're like, I don't have a lot of money, sure, it helps to have money, but really if you have a good deal, you're gonna find people that are gonna wanna invest with you. And that's where that 4th part comes in. But I'm gonna break it down step by step now. Again, it's deal, debt, equity, network, confidence. Here we go. I'm out here in beautiful Central Virginia during the golden hour. I was visiting family the last 2 days and jumped out here to shoot this video. So number 1 step in real estate is you got to find the deal, right? It's not set up an LLC. It's not come up with a business plan. It's not, find the investors. All these things are important, but the structure or the order in which you do things is really important in real estate. And if you don't have a deal, you don't have anything else. So Grant always teaches, you got to start with a deal. You got to find a really good deal. And then if you find a good deal, you're going to be able to bring it to people and they're going to want to invest in it if it's a good deal, if it has a good return, if it's a solid asset. So start with looking for deals, right? This should be something that you do on a daily basis. You're doing this every day. You're looking at deals, you're calling brokers. It all starts with the deal. And I'll be breaking this step down as we go more in the channel, but this is where it all begins. Step 1, find the deal. Don't worry about the other stuff yet. Okay, step 2. Once you've got the deal, you found the deal, you like the deal, you're confident, you get it under contract, your number 1 investor is actually gonna be debt. It's gonna be the bank. So the first thing you do after you get the deal is you try and line up your loan, right? So the beauty of real estate is that we can leverage into these assets. So you can buy a $10 million multifamily property, but you're only putting down 3 to 4 million up front, and you're borrowing about 60%, right? 60 to 70%. And what that enables you to do is buy much bigger assets, and the lender is going to underwrite very aggressively. So the debt is actually a partner for you in determining how solid is this asset going to perform. If the bank believes in the asset as much as you do, when you go to the investor and you pitch a deal to them, they know that you've already raised 60 to 70% of the money because the bank is going to give you the money. And if your asset is good enough for the bank, that's a good sign that it's going to be good enough for the money, because the banks are not in the business of going out of business. All right, step 3 is going to be equity. Equity means the capital, the money that you put into the deal. And this is going to come from either yourself or people you know, or investors that you'll come to know who want to put money in a deal with you. So equity is the cash amount, or the down payment, if you will, if you want to speak in those terms, to the property purchase. So you've already got 60 to 70% of the money laid up by the lender. And then you have to go out and you have to raise 30 to 40% of the capital. And that's the equity, which is related to step 4, which is the network. Now, obviously, if you're buying large apartment complexes and you're not a multi-centimillionaire, you're probably not going to be doing it on your own. And even the centimillionaires are not doing this on their own, right? They are getting big deals and they're partnering with people. And it's actually very beneficial to have partnerships for a lot of different reasons, which we get into later. But step 3 and 4 kind of go together, the equity and the network. It's often said that real estate is a team sport. You got to have a team. You're not going to do this by yourself. You're not going to be Superman. You don't have to learn it all. And you got to have a team. So you got to know brokers, lenders, investors, managers, accountants, all of these team players on your team. You're going to have as you grow your real estate empire, you're going to be growing this army of friends and collaborators as you go. So step 3, equity. Step 4, network. Okay, walking into the sunset now. Step 5, confidence. You got to have confidence. You can't walk. You got to run. Confidence is so important. It comes across in every single business meeting that you're going to do, right? You got to step forward. You got to move with intention. Look, I'm walking right now with intention. I'm not just lollygagging around, right? It's a beautiful day out here in Central Virginia. I'm talking about the confidence that you need. You can learn the first 4. The 5th step, only you can do. And Grant Cardone, my mentor, always talks about this. You gotta find the confidence in yourself. And confidence comes through making small wins. So all of those phone calls, all those broker calls, all those investor relationship calls, all those small steps that you're doing, those are the small ways that you build confidence. And it's going to come across with the lenders, the brokers, the investors especially. Is super important. All right, I'm about to lose my natural sunlight, so let's review real quick. We've got 5 steps. The deal. You got to find a good deal. This comes before anything else. Focus on that. The other steps will follow from that. So you got the deal, then you got the debt. Your main investor is the bank. You're going to get 60 to 70% of the money raised by one relationship with the lender, okay? Step 3 is the equity. That's the rest of the down payment, if you will, the cash. And that comes through your network, which is number 4, right? You got to be building a network. How many people do you know are doing real estate? If you want to be in real estate, are you going to where those people are? I'm in a real estate club. I've met amazing people there, built really good relationships. It's totally changed the trajectory of my real estate career. I'm super grateful I did that. There's so many ways you can network. So just get out there, start meeting people. It's super fun. And then finally, the confidence. You just gotta find it within yourself, and you gotta find ways to build it through accumulating those small wins. And sometimes you just have to act confident even when you don't feel like it. Hope this helps, guys. These are Grant Cardone's 5 steps in doing a real estate deal. Catch you later. Like and subscribe. Take care.